So we finally got the announcement for the Nintendo Direct, and as you're seeing in front of me right now, Nintendo of America put out a tweet, as well as I believe Nintendo Japan and others, but it says tune in, yep, that's tomorrow, February 13th, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern for me, for Nintendo Direct, featuring around 35 minutes of information on upcoming Nintendo Switch titles, including new details on Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is a game that I think most of us expect them to talk about right away, or even focus on, because they'll probably be releasing that next. That'll be their next big game that comes out after Yoshi. I'm thinking Fire Emblem will probably sit somewhere in the late April to early May, somewhere in there. That would actually make a lot of sense for them. And 35 minutes, notice that there is no mention of the 3DS, which is probably a relief to a lot of people to not have to worry about having 3DS stuff take up that time. That doesn't necessarily mean that they won't do something with it, but I don't think they have much to show for the 3DS any longer, so I don't know why they would take up any of that time with 3DS stuff. So it's very exciting, obviously, because a Direct generally means new games. We'll get release dates. Animal Crossing will probably get a release date. Just said Fire Emblem will probably get one. Daemon X Machina, Luigi's Mansion. There's plenty of games that they'll probably give release dates to, and then there are some that they probably will announce. We're going to have a predictions video later on today. If you want to watch that, make sure you subscribe so you can get that notified. But we're going to go over a couple things that we think might be there, and then maybe some things that are kind of out there that we hope to see there. So it should be pretty fun to go over that. But I also want to point out something else that you want to keep an eye on here, because Nintendo Japan, or on Nintendo's Japanese website, they did also mention a bit more. Now, this you can actually go to. I'll leave a link to this down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. But this is all translated using Google Translate, so we can get an idea of what they're saying here. And this, of course, is going over it from Japan side, where you can see the date of 2/14, and then they also have the Nico Nico broadcast link along with the YouTube broadcast link. Remember, Nintendo's Japan Direct's generally a little different. They usually have something extra in there. For example, remember we had Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the streaming side, that was on there. We had Phantasy Star 2 as a streaming game that was on there. So they do have different games generally on their editions usually. Usually it's not like anything less or anything like that. It's usually an extra game or two. But if you look here, they of course mention Fire Emblem. Cool. Broadcast time 35 minutes. And what's interesting is they of course broadcast may be canceled, but they have new information on applications for smartphones is not included, and the introduced software may include those with age restrictions, which would make sense because of course mature games like an Assassin's Creed we think might be there, like Assassin's Creed 3, right? That could be there, and that would actually make sense. There's also of course other games that people are hoping might be there outside of Assassin's Creed 3 that age restriction would kind of apply to, I guess. So keep that in mind as well, that there could be some, mature rated games there, some third-party games that would be considered mature rated for that. So that's interesting as well to look forward to. I think a lot of people were pointing to Assassin's Creed with that one, but there could be other third-party games that we don't even know about yet that could be there, which is pretty cool to think about that a bit further. But this was mostly a quick video to get you guys updated on that. We'll be streaming it tomorrow. We will be. I'll actually be going live probably 15 to 20 minutes before the start time tomorrow. So that's 5 p.m. Eastern my time. So around 4:40 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. What's that? 1:40 p.m. Pacific time. I'll go live, and we'll have a lot of fun because I'm expecting a lot of stuff to be here. Again, we'll really go over that in a longer discussion predictions video later on today, where I try to get some of the Spawncast people on there. And it should be a lot of fun to see that. But yes, Nintendo Direct, it's official, which is good because people were starting to lose their mind a bit. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, about 35 minutes long. Some people were, of course, pointing out that might be a bit later. We've had them this late before, so it's not like new or anything. But we've been kind of used to maybe an earlier time for the Nindies and Directs recently. But I actually kind of prefer the later one. I know, again, some people might be at work or trying to get back from work when this is going on, but if it was in the morning, like a 9 a.m. Pacific, like noon Eastern, usually everyone's at work then too. So it's the problem with this is it's really hard to get a time, Nintendo anyway, for Nintendo to get a time where it is everyone's available. It's very difficult to do that. So they basically just have to pick and choose when they do it. And there you go. 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Awesome, awesome stuff. Should be a lot of fun, and I think we're gonna have a good time tomorrow. So it's gonna be pretty fun, I think. Make sure you guys, if you enjoy the video, hit the like button. It helps out, and get subscribed because we are gonna do our discussion video tonight, and it should be a lot of fun to see what we all come up with. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.